India Today's Gaurav Sawant is in Calgary and let's listen in to some reactions from the ground on the excitement and the enthusiasm of the Indian diaspora on Prime Minister Modi's Canada visit.
Some bitterness had crept into the India-Canada relationship in the past several years, but now there's a new beginning. And in our culture and philosophy, when something good, something auspicious starts, usually it's with having something sweet. And we are at a sweet shop here in Calgary, in Canada. This is Gwalia Sweets. I want you to look at this shop. This is the name of this shop, Gwalia Sweets, and you can just look around. Lots of mithai here, but what we are celebrating today is this. The tricolor mithai with Prime Minister Narendra Modi here in Calgary. And I want to ask Dhaval Desai, the proprietor of Gwalia Sweets, who's put all this effort to get this mithai with the Prime Minister here. Dhaval bhai, क्या-क्या मिठाई बनाई है आज आपने?
Sir, this is specially for welcoming Modi ji. This is what we made to welcome Modi ji, right? We are not able to meet him personally, but this is our heartily wishes and our efforts for the best relationship between Canada and India, right?
And this looks lovely. So I can see laddus are there, pedas are there.
These all sweets are Modi ji's favorite personally.
Okay, so just see this. Now, what all are Modi ji's favorites? Describe to us.
These are the laddus, and these are the peda. White peda is there, and this is some sweet from pista.
You know, a lot of bitterness had crept into India-Canada relationship. You think this visit will do something?
Definitely, this visit is a great initiative by Canadian Prime Minister, our Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. He invited Modi to G7 summit, and this is really a great initiative because the way India has grown over last almost a decade so fast, I think Canadian government has realized it, maybe a little late in the game, but they've realized it, that they need India in hand on hand to grow Canadian economy, and basically that helps all of us as our Indian citizens by birth. It helps us also to grow that way.
I think this is a time where our generation specifically is, doing their part to spread awareness and do their part to sort of show how powerful India is becoming, and it is slowly climbing up. They are no longer in need of help, and I think this is just going to lead to stronger connections for India internationally.
India-Canada relations had gone downhill when Justin Trudeau was the Prime Minister of Canada, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit in 2025 is after 10 years. Of course, in 2015, India and Canada became strategic partners, but then on the issue of Nijjar killing, Canada's allegations on India, the relationship went downhill to an extent that India withdrew our High Commissioner from Canada and vice versa. Certain allegations were leveled, but was any evidence put forward? And what happens to the relationship now in 2025 and onwards? With me is perhaps one of the best group of people I could speak to. Academics, scholars, professors at Calgary universities, doctors, professors, engineers and entrepreneurs. They join me on this India Today special broadcast, and I want to begin by asking Dr. Lodha of the Calgary University. In fact, all Calgary University professors here with me and doctors. Dr. Saab, the relationship that went downhill with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, one, what's expected, and why did this relationship suddenly head south?
Yeah, so Gauravji, thank you very much for the question. The problem was initially why the relations was not in the good terms because of the Trudeau government was in the minority, and that time he was requiring the support from the Jagmeet Singh from NDP government. And Jagmeet Singh is a pro-Khalistani, and this is separatist group also supported by other our neighbor country like Pakistan and these people. And so the government of Canada, especially Trudeau government, supported separatist group Khalistani, and that's why. And the other thing the Trudeau did was coming openly and giving a statement against India in the parliament. That was the worst thing what any politician could have done in his political career. And that was one of the reasons India and Canada relations got roughened, and
How did that adversely impact, ma'am? You're also in the University of Calgary, and you're on board of the university,
yes.
on the Senate. How did this relationship going downhill impact students, for example, or lives of Indians and Canadians?
It kind of because once the prime minister of a country openly comes and speaks about one minority group in their country, it definitely attacks. The bullying for students or people of Indian origin happens on social media, in person, because it empowers the fringe element to do whatever, because they think that the government is with them and nothing is going to happen to them. So that was one of the reasons. But with Mr. Carney and the reality of the current political situation, Canada needs India for the economic survival. So we are hopeful that the relationship will change. Prime Minister Carney is a level-headed man. He's a seasoned politician, and he's a seasoned business person who has dealt with Bank of Canada, Bank of England. He was chairman of both the banks. So we are hoping that the relationship will improve, and at the same time, lowering the temperature would make life much easier for our young people in Canada.
Yeah, because we wouldn't want Indian children to come here and get bullied by the Khalistanis. That's strictly unacceptable.